Hi everyone, I'm Nia, I'm a member of MASH, Manchester Student Housing Co-ops. This is called Cultivating Community, and MASH aims for sustainable, affordable, community-led student homes owned by students and built for Manchester. We have been established since 2019 by a group of students, graduates and friends. Like now, those founding members were fed up with the current situation of unstable and poor quality housing in Manchester that was very disconnected from the wider community. Many of the members have got past experience with co-ops, know it's a good model, and have also witnessed the recent growth in student housing co-ops in the UK. And yeah, we know that the student-led solutions can be the viable alternative to inadequate responses from universities and governments. So 5 years on, we don't have a property yet, but there's been previous plans to bid for Stratford Memorial Hospital and change that into a cooperative. But nowadays we're visiting properties of 6 bedrooms or more, just around the area of South Manchester, which is the dominant student area. And I'm sure, like many of the other cooperatives, and as you'll probably have the same principles, but yeah, we want to take direct action to take matters into our own hands. In Manchester, we've got a very energised student population who are very happy to protest against the university. And we recently had a really successful rent strike during COVID, which got £16 million back. And yeah, as you can see on the screen, there's lots of barriers to the private renting in Manchester now, so we'd like to solve that. We made a survey to understand people's main challenges and issues with accommodation. If you can note that affordability is the priority, and those are the students who are already in Manchester, rather than the actual barrier is to more working class people. And also note the high rate of issues with safety and basic hygiene services that are being denied people. And here are the issues that are most important for people when they're choosing accommodation. And to me, again, affordability is very high, but housemates was quite surprising. And I think that's the great solution that a cooperative can offer, is that it's an intentional community, that the identity and the purpose of the community is really explicit. And also all the expectations from every member is made upfront, so that could hopefully avoid some interpersonal issues. Here are our 8 core principles. We keep them quite actively in our minds in relation to the slogan of we make the building and the building makes us. So we hold these values in when we make decisions and in our social organisation, which would hopefully have a positive feedback loop. So I'll just zoom in quickly on some 3 values. I think by denying students even the minimal autonomy to even decorate their rooms and providing really low quality furnishing, I think now we're really yearning to find a place to have some creativity and give some personality to it. But on a less aesthetic note, we also value democracy and autonomy because we know our needs best, and we find it really important for sort of self-development and well-being. Sustainability is also a core principle of ours. We'd love our future home to be as sustainable as possible and to be a great model for environmental housing everywhere. So that's ideas like retrofitting, making it as green as possible, even more ambitious things like being part of an energy cooperative, having solar panels, retrofitting, etc. And I think, most importantly, it's a community. So it's a community of the members themselves, a part of the student cohort, and we'd really, really like to integrate ourselves into the wider community because, I'm sure it's the same in many university cities, but the Manchester students are very disconnected to even their neighbours, and they're in a big bubble. So yeah, as we didn't have a property, I've just brainstormed and put some visioning up on the presentation. So we want to maximise space efficiency. Of course, we want it to be as accessible as possible. And then at the bottom, I've just collected a few images of collective spaces to be used for workshops, study groups, reading groups, socialising. But primarily the aim, we would love for the communal spaces to be a place for mutual aid and a space for political education. I don't think MASH shy away from wanting their co-op to be a political movement. And here are some images of easy things we can do for something to be, a house to be more livable. So maximising sunlight, integrating art as much as we can so it's aesthetically pleasing. Having a garden is critical, and open spaces. And then to end, I think the great intersection of our interests in sustainability, but also collective living, is food and food autonomy that way in the grand scheme of sustainability. Be that growing food on site or just having a little herb garden, I think communal eating would be really socially valuable for the co-op members, but also perhaps as a community kitchen. I experienced this a lot in Amsterdam, where community kitchens were a place for fundraising for different events and a really, really great way to integrate students, local people, and everyone in between. Thank you.